And after that, we will make a brief explanation on why and how we are managing the changes inside Gala, because as you already know, we are new to the teams. There has been some rotation, so we will be addressing that as well, and how we would like to align the rest of the year with you guys. And yeah, and after that, we will have a Q&A segment. The idea is to not swamp it. So we have already some selected from you guys that were able to send it yesterday, but we will take live questions as well. So be ready with your questions too. Okay, so do not drag this too much. Okay. So first of all, we have some team member rotation, as I mentioned, right? So we haven't been able to declare everything because there has been a lot of movement inside the company. But what you guys should know is that we are preparing and we're taking full custody of Townstar, and we really like to take it further. And for that, we also need the community. I know it has been quite bumpy the couple of months. It has been bumpy for us as well because we have been to get accustomed, and one of the things that we want to avoid is that to skip releases. I mean, our community is not maybe in prime, but we really like to make it thrive, and not skipping releases for us is a major part of that. Community should have competitions each week, so we can just keep getting deeper on the gameplay, right? And also what we have been focusing on is, as we take the game, we also want to clarify and clean some processes so we can actually achieve what needs to be done. So again, this is a new team. A lot of heads are not from before. So be mindful, and I'm sorry if I ask for patience. I know this is always the same, but this is really something that we are tackling right now. And for that, I will segue about the roadmap. It's not a set in stone roadmap. We will not be sending you guys clear dates on what is or what not, but we can let you know that in the next quarter, we will be reaching 3 things, right? These are really important for us. These are more immediate things that we would like to get out. And one thing is that it was asked on the formulary is that what about gems? So gems are coming back. Gems was something that was quite advanced when we took over, but not quite there yet. So we really want to finish that feature and just release it to you guys. So we have another pillar on the economy, right? So that's going to be the first thing that we will be releasing in the next quarter. That is going to be gems. What is also another thing that we will like to do, and we are actually aligning for that, is the improvements on server and general performance. I know we have had quite a couple of lag days. That's something that we're reviewing. We are trying to understand what is happening. It's gonna probably take us a little more time than gems, as it is a structural problem. But it's something that we have like really high priority on our backlog, right? We really want to improve how the game is running. And the last thing that it will be tackled this quarter is about soil. There's many things that has been discussed previously on soil, and there's some relationship with dirt, right? We will talk it further with the Q&A section, but we're planning on releasing soil during the next quarter as well. So these are the 3 main elements that we're working right now. Gems, release it, finish it and release it, improvements on the performance, and soil. I don't know if you guys have any questions so far. If you can just start dropping it there. Isman Ginobili, are you? Yes, we are located in Chile as well. Far in the south. Thank you guys. Okay. If there's no many, what do gems do soil doesn't? I think that's gonna be maybe an answer for another AMA, because it's quite extensive what both things will do. But essentially, it's having more ways to you guys to play around, right? James is going to be another things that we will probably use in many areas, not only on the loop cycle. We can do it as a reward. We can just give it away as well. It's something. It's another tool for us as well. So it tackles many things, and soil does not do quite the same. So I think we can explain further, but today we will need designer as well. Is not present with us. Okay, so I'm gonna move ahead. We can just take more questions later on. Okay, so just circling back to what I just said now. So we have our current team priorities and goals. I'm sorry, Mayhem. Okay, yes, we have a current team priorities and goals. And as we're taking over, one of the things that we will be doing is solidifying our production processes. So we will be doing live ops. As I mentioned, we will not skip releases, but we will also like to keep doing development. And that development, it's going to be tricky because there's many things that are on the backlog. There are promises, right? But there are also things that are really like halfway through. So it is a complex task to evaluate everything and start putting it on a line, right? So that's one of our main goals is to do that. Close any open development and release it. Second goal, as I just mentioned, there are many things that were already announced. Some things were already work. Some things are a promise, but we really like to clean it. And to do that, we need to close everything that is open right now. Gems is part of that. Soil is part of that, right? So I believe in the next quarter, it's going to have more meat, you may say, but we will evaluate all promises, right? And what is going to be feasible for our development for the next 2 quarters of the year. And that's going to be the third main goal for this quarter, is to actually put ahead everything that has been promised, right? I know there's many features, and some of those are connected, and some of those already have partial implementation. So all of those things I will take into account, and we will prioritize accordingly when that time comes, right? Okay. And okay, yeah, sorry. There's more questions, but there are too many to answer right away. So, Doc, maybe we can just start doing the Q&A officially. I will just, guys, read you a couple of things that I found on the formulary, right? That I think it's gonna give some light to many questions. But Doug, if you can maybe select a couple so we can just read them after this from the chat. Okay. I mean, yeah, thank you. Okay, so the first, sorry, yeah.
No, I was reading the chat, but go ahead.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, the first question is for DeFi NLO. So the question is, can team make it known which game bugs they are aware of and which are currently being worked on? Thanks. Okay, yeah, I mean, there are many bugs currently in the game. Some of those are quite ugly, but not game breaking, and some are game breaking, even though they're not quite visible. So we take all the parts and try to prioritize accordingly, but we have a priority list right now. So game crashing bugs is the first thing that we tackle. Then everything that is from the live ops. So everything that we do every week for a release needs to be also tackled first. And then we tackle everything that is additional. Let's say if there's a new feature, obviously there's a major QA part on that involved, but that's pretty much the priority that we have. Everything that crashes the game, live ops, and then additional bugs. And in that regard, we're actually currently investigating the fast forward bug. There's a couple of things happening with the fast forward, and it has been quite difficult actually. Each week we discard some possibilities on why it's happening, but we haven't been able to find the root cause. So each week we're getting closer, but it has been a tough one. And that's important because, as I mentioned, there are many issues happening with the fast forward. So that's on our bucket as first priority. Okay, the next question is from, sorry if I said it wrong. Some of these names are not quite familiar for me. So Jiffy Sailor. And the question is, will there remain or be renamed? And where will it go live on chain? Will Dirt be used as a sync in game, or are we still getting gems? Okay, so as I mentioned before, we're still getting gems. Dirt and soil are sort of bonded together, and it will remain like that for now. And a more concrete plan on what is going to happen with the soil and dirt and how much it's going to cost and how we will do the permutation and everything related to that, it will be released before June. We will do the press for the soil. In the meantime, I can only tell you that we will be working on these three elements: gems, dirt, and soil, and we will be having an upcoming releases in the next couple of months. So that's for Jeffy Sailor. Thank you for your question. And the last one is from Planet Bob. Okay, so the question goes, will the competitions remain in the current format, one per week, mass reward plus NFT reward every month, for the foreseeable future? Will there be any changes to the format or rewards? Okay, so as I mentioned before, our current goal for the team is to solidify our production processes. So making too many changes right off the bat usually bring more chaos than control. So I think it's a good idea to maybe reevaluate some of these things, but not for now. For now, we are really focused on gems, soil, and improving the performance of the game. So, but anyways, out of these questions, and out of curiosity, if you have any suggestions on how the event or the reward structure should be, or something that you would like to see in the game, I mean, everything is welcome. I know that we sometimes don't reply, especially in the last couple of months. It has been quite hectic, but we do read everything. Doug passes along almost all comments. So if you have any questions, I mean, suggestions for the event and how we can improve it or change it or pivot, everything is really welcome. And yeah, that's pretty much all the questions that I had planned from before. Doug, are there any more? Maybe you can enlighten me.
I think that we can. There are a few questions about the May High. There's a question that always appears during April, of course. People are
Right.
asking if you have something to prepare for that. Do we have something?
Okay, so I believe May Mayhem on the 21, 22, and 23 have some reach that I don't think it's that clear. Right now it's going to happen. We do in Townstar have planned a couple of discounts considering May. So we will be releasing extra sales during May. But about May Mayhem, I think I don't have the answer for that.
Cool. Let me see. People are, I can answer this, but people are asking if how many of the team actually play or have played the game. Of course, the team plays the game. Guys, come on. I also play. I play a lot in the past and still play from time to time. So that's for sure part of the thing. Let's see. There are questions about soil sinks. I think this is a thing for the future. Uh, there's very specific. There are very specific questions like, oh, can we update the number of NFTs in the guild library and etc. And these are the kind of thing we're gonna review the chat later, everyone, and get the inputs. I can see that even like Ginobili is reading everything, is already taking a lot of ideas from you here. So let me see. Why there sometimes are errors or incorrect information on the announcements. We're trying to improve that, but let me see questions here for the team. There's one for gems that I also want to know. It's a very specific one. Like gems in game currency will be used for NFT upgrades, and I'm curious about that too. Isma.
So that is related to NFT, so upgradable NFTs, and that's a discussion further ahead. I will not discard it. Uh, it's actually a good suggestion, but I cannot confirm right now if it's going to be part of upgradable NFTs.
Mm. I can see a comment for cmoney37. He just comment, oh, so good to hear their plans for the game again. Thank you. That's glad to hear. Uh, there's a question about any plans to improve or change the guild features.
So the guild features, guild is also, let's say, it combines with a couple of other features, that being upgradable NFTs, right? So those are higher priority than extending current features right now. Obviously, if we have problems, let's say bugs regarding that, we will try to tackle them. But other than that, we will probably go through our current backlog before expanding what we have.
Mhm. And there is a question about they, of course, comment about Michelle. Michelle was the last community manager that she worked only for Townstar. And then, oh, there are always questions in Score like, can we get a new Michelle and etc. And then I'm gonna address this as the main community manager right now here for games. So I'm dealing with most of the games, and I tried, of course, to do my best. I'm only one person, but of course, the situation with Michelle was way better than even the other games had, as she was not on CM, but she was like dealing with little details and playing the game together with the community every day. One thing that I want to ask is other gaming. I was part of other gaming communities, and as just a player in other places, I even help a lot. Sometimes I remember creating um, like wiki pages. I created like spreadsheets for games like Eve Online in the past and etc. Just like as a game player. So, for example, one thing in Discord that we have the exclamation point commands where we say like to get a craft or information about the game. Right now, we don't have a lot of recipes there, and I can add the recipes very quickly. But I do ask the team, not the team, but the community. So anyone from the community can help. We can from time to time I can stay there in Discord, and we together in like 30 minutes, myself and another two or three players, we can chat a little bit, and then we can get recipes right. It's more about Discord formatting, like word formatting, and then I can add the whole batch of recipes that is missing in like a 30 minutes or an hour. So feel free to open anyone from the community that want to help me to do that. Feel free. And remember that even in way bigger games, like these major AAA games, a lot of things are done by the community too. So feel free to help and also be part there. Let's see other questions. There is a question, very specific one that's related even to about that. But would player sales logs be made available so the community leaderboards can be built? Maybe a API or something like that. Isma, anything like that is possible?
Mm, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can answer that. I can circle back with the team to evaluate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to give you
Mm.
false promises.
Mm-hmm. There's some questions about DeFi with Vexi, and the best place to ask that is in the Vexi Discord. But I'm gonna ask pass any questions to the Vexi team, so we can focus today in Townstar. Reading the questions. Let's see. Oh, I'm reading now the questions that we had a few people uh, talking in the main Townstar Discord. There's Will Bake commenting from I'm impressed. There are 124 people in this meeting. That's a good attendance. Glad that everyone show up today.
Yeah, thanks a
Let's
lot
see.
to the community for being here present. I mean, this helps a lot having you guys give us feedback and questions and where to see and where to push. Sometimes it
Mhm.
goes far over our heads, but community is super important for us. So thanks again.
And there's a question, maybe more about game design, but from MX. Will you add different tasks for the daily events? It's kind of boring to keep redoing the same ones. So the question is possible to add different tasks for the daily events?
I will say this. I believe it's possible. We haven't reviewed it, I mean, internally yet, as it is lower priority. But now that you mention it, there's something that we can tackle maybe in the near future.
And also from Salma from the Jam Guild, any marketing plans to bring more players to Townstar? More like a open generic question.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we always are trying to do some press so we can have some organic growth as well. But it's far from us right now to see if we can actually expand it even further. Uh, yep.
And keep posting in the chat, everyone. I can see that the team here is getting a lot of input from everything that you typing. I can see the log here, and there are like dozens and dozens of ideas and inputs that they got from just from this chat here. Jimmy commented about the daily tasks. He's too wanna some change. Let me see. Nibble Nibble a bit comment about Townstar Academy NFT, so you can build more crafts. Can you explain a little bit more, Nibble, in the chat, please? Okay. There's a little few comments about the May High. Even comments about the winter survivors. We even have like a Discord role in the main, like in the Gala games Discord for the winter survivors from the last cycle.
Okay, so
I
hey
see
Doc,
that. Oh,
sorry to
go
interrupt you.
ahead, go ahead.
Please go ahead. Oh, is that I see some questions regarding the upcoming meta. So
Yeah.
maybe we can just close down questions and go to what is going to happen in the next week.
Yeah,
So we
that's the
have
best. I was about to read the same question, so go. Feel free. Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. So yeah, definitely we have some upcoming content. Um, we have, as I mentioned, additional sales that will be happening during May. This is going to be special sales. Do not relate it, please, with May Mayhem yet. That's not part of our lane, but it's going to be quite similar. So our next competition is going to be quite fishy. We have 3 new crafts, uh, and we also have a sale going live today. But maybe Ginobili, are you still there? Maybe you can do a little brief on what is happening on next week's competition.
Yeah, of course. So, as we announced, we have the competition for sushi boats, right? So, we're selling sushi boats in this new event. And for that event, we are having a new sale called Vending Machines. So, it's a gacha pack with new possibilities. And we hope you like it.
Okay, and regarding the same boat, pun intended. So what is coming next? We are aiming to have one of these AMAs that are shorter than the previous version, but we would like to have one each month. And besides that, we will increase our engagement with the community. So we will be dropping each week some additional information. Uh, this is essentially just trying to be present and let you guys know what we have been building. I know there's a lot of uncertainty, So this is pretty much trying to cover that. We are currently every day in the game trying to make it better and finding the right answers for it. So please be sure that we are actually working on it. But um, yeah, the idea is to clarify how that goes every week and every month. So you can expect more of these AMAs in the future. And yeah, and that's pretty much all what we have announced for today. Any closing notes, Doc?
Just to remember everyone that we're always reading the Discord chat there and talking about the I address any concern or suggestion or even bug report. Usually, what I do, I take this out these messages and then pass to the team. And just so everyone knows, a lot of times, for example, when there is a bug, the team needs time to check. There's a process and etc. So that's why, for example, that is difficult to answer like back in hours or in the next day. So ask everyone still to be patient about that. We're doing everything to improve the announcement process and everything that we do there. So keep keep there in the Townstar chat talking, and we are there to listen and also engage with all. So and let's see. I think we're close to the our we're ending our time here, and I'm reading. I even see there's people coming in the other Downstar discussion. So we right now we're going to wrap up the our town hall. And any last message, Isma or Ginable?
Yeah, once again, thanks a lot to the community. Thank you, Doc, for setting this up. I know it was our first AMA in this format. Hopefully, the next ones will be better with more content as well.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna see each other in the next Townstar Hall that we're gonna announce in the future. So stay tuned. Once again, thank you, everyone, and see you next time.
Thank you. See you guys.
See you.